At the story's outset, a bustling mountain is depicted, its slopes covered with numerous houses. At its base, people labor relentlessly, crafting a mysterious substance. Among them, a curious girl dips her finger into the mixture and tastes it, excitedly exclaiming that it's candy. Her disruption frustrates the workers, and one angrily pushes her away, causing her to fall. Nearby laborers pause to watch the commotion. This is when we meet Li Huowang, the protagonist, who glares at the girl and snaps, "Foolish girl, this isn't candy, it's medicine." He mutters under his breath, "No matter how much you explain, they'll never understand." The girl stares at him blankly, her desire for the substance undeterred. The other workers seem strange, their behavior hinting at a lack of comprehension or morality. Madness seems to hang in the air. Suddenly, a sharp cry pierces the murmur of activity. Li Huowang turns to see a man grabbing a white-haired girl roughly. With a cruel laugh, the man sneers, "I want to play with your body." The girl pleads, "Don't do this," her helplessness evident. Yet her cries only provoke grotesque laughter from those around them. Furious, Li Huowang picks up a tool and hurls it at the man, striking him on the head. The man yells in pain as the white-haired girl hides behind Li Huowang. Seething, the injured man growls, "You've made a huge mistake. When the master hears of this, you'll be dead." Unmoved, Li Huowang coldly replies, "I'm not afraid of the master. To me, he's nothing." His boldness leaves everyone stunned. No one had ever spoken of the master with such defiance. The injured man sneers, warning, "You'll regret this." Before long, a guard arrives, his mere presence silencing the scene. Dressed in white, he announces, "The master has summoned Li and Wang." Wang is revealed to be the candy-obsessed girl. Ecstatic, she skips after the guard, convinced the master has called her to give her more candy. As they proceed, the white-haired girl clings to Li Huowang's clothes, pleading, "Don't go. It's too dangerous." But Li Huowang brushes her off, determined. The candy-obsessed girl remains blissfully unaware, humming and skipping along. As they leave the mountain, Li Huowang reflects on his anger, questioning why he let himself get so involved. His thoughts are interrupted when the girl playfully pushes him. Irritated, he grabs her hand and demands, "What is your problem?" She innocently asks, "Do you want candy?" Without responding, he accepts the substance she offers, knowing it's the medicine they've been making. They reach the master's domain, where a fire blazes beneath a massive pot. The master, a grotesque figure with bloody teeth, turns to them, laughing. "You made me wait," he says, his voice dripping with malice. Suddenly, he grabs the candy-obsessed girl by the neck and hurls her into the boiling pot. She squeals, "Is this candy, master? Did you throw me in here to give me so much candy?" Even as her body is crushed and twisted, her delusion persists. Li Huowang watches in horror, paralyzed, the girl's screams echoing as the master reduces her to a paste, her broken body fueling the fire. The realization hits him like a blow. The medicine they've been making is crafted from human remains. Overcome, Li Huowang begins to whisper, "This isn't real. This is all a lie." Yet the stench from the cauldron rises, and the master inhales it with satisfaction, reveling in the twisted reality of their world. At the heart of the narrative, Li's persistent refrain, "This is all fake, nothing is real," sets the tone for a startling turn of events. While muttering to himself, Li's words unintentionally catch the ear of his master, who misinterprets them as an insult, thinking Li has called him Fart Master. Enraged, the master demands an explanation, shouting, "What did you say? What am I?" Li, lost in his own thoughts, continues murmuring, "This is all fake. This master's voice is fake." Frustrated by Li's apparent disregard, the master attacks him, furious at being ignored. But before the confrontation escalates, reality begins to unravel. Li's body starts to disappear, glowing with an intense green light until the scene freezes entirely. The next moment, Li awakens in a hospital. Sitting on the bed, eyes clouded with confusion and trauma, he hears only the rhythmic beeping of machines and his own heartbeat. A doctor steps in, clipboard in hand, his expression unreadable. "Tell me about your latest hallucination," he asks calmly. Li hesitates. Then the words spill out like a flood. Horrifying visions of a monstrous man crushing a girl into paste, turning her body into a twisted form of medicine. Even as he recounts it, Li trembles, not from fear, but from the dreadful sense that what he saw wasn't just a dream. It felt real. Too real. He looks up at the doctor and asks, voice shaky, "What if it all means something? What if there's a reason I'm seeing this?" But the doctor only types silently into his clipboard, unfazed. It's not real, Li, he says firmly. And until you accept that, you won't be leaving this hospital. The words sting. Li glances around the sterile room, the isolation pressing in on him like a prison cell. He wants to scream. He wants to believe the doctor. But deep inside, a part of him whispers otherwise. As the doctor leaves, the door stays open, and a ray of warmth enters the room. It's Nana. She bursts in with a bright smile, her energy a sharp contrast to Li's gloom. Hey, I heard what the doctor said. You'll be out of here soon, right? Her optimism is infectious, and for a moment, Li forgets his misery. Nana walks over and places a stack of books beside him. Surprise! I brought your school books. Exams are just 6 months away. You didn't think I'd let you slack off, did you? Li groans. Books? Ricks? Really? Some gift this is. Nana rolls her eyes, grabs a book, and lightly smacks him on the head. Do you really think I'd come all the way here just to stress you out? She says with a playful grin. You think I'm a terrible friend or something? Then she reaches into her bag again and pulls out a video game. Li's eyes light up. He instantly lunges for it, but Nana pulls it back with a smirk. Not so fast. First, call me Big Sister. He hesitates, then leans in close, voice low. Big Sister? Their faces are inches apart. Nana freezes, cheeks glowing pink as she feels his breath on her skin. Flustered, she thrusts the game into his hands, late trying to hide her smile. Li flops onto the bed and starts playing immediately, his earlier sadness melting away. Maybe being stuck here won't be so bad after all. Nana sits beside him, watching with affection. Don't forget to study too, she teases. That's why I brought those books. He ignores her. She sighs, then softly reminds him, Do you remember our promise? That we'd go to college together? Li stops playing. Slowly, he looks up. Yeah, I remember. I haven't forgotten. He leans closer, more serious than before. We're going to the same college. I'll get better. I'll try my best. Then, out of nowhere, he pulls her into a tight hug. Nana, touched by his words, hugs him back just as tightly. For a few brief moments, the darkness around them seems to lift. Time passes. Eventually, it gets late. Li looks at the clock, concerned. You'll be late getting home. I'll walk you to the gate. Nana nods. But as Li slips on his slippers, something shifts. A sudden, blinding headache grips him. He stumbles, clutching his skull as searing pain erupts behind his eyes. What's happening to me? He gasps, trying to steady himself on the table. That's when he sees it. A pestle, the same one from his hallucinations, lying there, cold and real. His heart drops. Nana rushes to his side. Li, what's wrong? Is it your head again? But he barely hears her. The room spins. He mutters, Why is this happening? I took all the meds. I did what they told me. Then suddenly, he straightens up, forcing a fake smile. Did I scare you? Just messing around. Nana isn't amused. She frowns, hurt and angry. Don't joke about things like that. You're not a kid anymore. She storms off. Li calls after her, guilt rising in his chest. He turns back to the table. The pestle is gone. Just like that. Vanished. Was it another hallucination, he wonders? Or something else? He runs after Nana, apologizing. She finally turns, touches his cheek gently, and says, I'll come again next week. Promise me you'll study, eat properly, and take care. Li smiles, warmth flooding his chest. You too, Nana. Take care. He watches her walk away through the hospital gates, waving until she disappears from sight. But the peace doesn't last. Walking through the hallway back toward his room, Li can't stop thinking about the pestle. His hallucinations were always confined to his dreams, but now they're bleeding into reality. He clutches his head. Has my mental health gotten worse? The fear is real. What if he never gets better? What if he can't keep the promise to Nana? Trying to calm himself, he remembers his father's voice. The doctor's the best. He'll cure you. Li wants to believe that, desperately. But just as he steadies himself, he feels something strange in his pocket. What the? He pulls it out and freezes. It's the candy. The exact same candy the white-haired girl gave him in the hallucination. His breath catches. This can't be. He holds it in trembling hands, unsure if it's real. To test it, he puts it in his mouth. The sweetness is overwhelming, but behind the sugar is something deeply wrong. Something sickening. His stomach turns. He remembers how it was made. Human bodies, crushed into paste. He stares at the candy, heart pounding. If the things from my hallucinations are becoming real, what does that make me? A flicker of hope sparks inside him. Maybe if I show this to the doctor, he'll understand. Maybe I'm not crazy. He runs toward the hallway, candy in hand, but stops dead in his tracks. A chilling thought creeps in. If my hallucinations can become real, then maybe, just maybe, I can use this. His eyes narrow, a faint green glow flickering in their depths. A crooked smile crosses his face. And without another word, he turns around. Pocketing the candy, Li walks away, not toward the doctor, but toward something else. A plan. Just when he thought it was all in his head, reality twisted back. And now, there's no turning back. Want to see how deep this nightmare goes? Hit that subscribe and follow for more insane manhwa recaps.